Tuscan white bean soup. Come with me and I'm going to show you how to make it. Andiamo. So you asked for soup and I'm going to give you a soup tonight. Tuscan white bean soup, one of my favorites. You're going to love this. It's very simple. This is all you're going to need to make one of the most delicious soups. So let's go to the stove and I'll show you how to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the oil from the sun-dried tomatoes, and that's going to be the oil that I'm going to use to saute the carrots, onions, and celery. So I'm just putting enough in here basically to coat the bottom of the pan. And now I'm going to take our trio, and in it goes. And I will cook these for about 5 minutes until everything gets nice and soft. This has been cooking for about 5 minutes. Now it's time to add in about a tablespoon of tomato paste. If you don't buy these tubes of tomato paste, you should, because sometimes a recipe only calls for a tablespoon, and then you have to open up that little jar and waste it. So I use this. I put a nice tablespoon in. Going to hit it with some salt, pepper, about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And now I'll throw in my garlic, and I'll cook this for probably another minute or so. Now it's time to throw in my sun-dried tomatoes. I have about 1/3 of a cup of sun-dried tomatoes chopped up going in. And now a whole box of chicken broth. 2 cups of water, 1 chicken bouillon cube, a bay leaf, Parmigiano Reggiano rind going in for flavor. And now I have 2 cans, I think these were 15.5-ounce cans, 2 cans of rinsed cannellini beans going right in, or they could be white beans too. Now I'm going to add a little bit of heavy cream. You have to eyeball this, as much or as little as you like, okay? Now I'm going to take my immersion blender, and I'm going to pulse this just a few times. We're not going to pulverize this. We're just going to get some of those beans mushed up so that it gets a little thicker, okay? So just hit it a few times with this. Now, last but not least, I have about 2 big handfuls of spinach going in here. I know some people like kale. You can use kale. I'm not a fan, so I like spinach. And that's going to go in here, and I'm going to cook this soup down, bring it to a simmer, and cook it down for probably about 30 minutes, and we're done. Soup's up. Can you see this, guys? Look how beautiful this is. I used to think soup was such a complicated thing years ago when I was younger, but you can make a beautiful soup for your family in 45 minutes. So this is one of my favorite. It has so much flavor in it. It's